Time to cook another dinner. We've got spaghetti squash for everybody tonight. So here it is. Here's our ingredients. 2 spaghetti squash, 2 cans of whole peeled tomatoes,
Deal.
1 red bell pepper, 2 sweet onions, 1 cucumber, 10 leaves of basil, 10 cloves of garlic, some olive oil, and some romaine in the fridge. That's it. 10 ounces of romaine for our salad. I have the oven set to 375. I'm going to start with the spaghetti squash. This meal is going to take about an hour to cook. So, this is pretty aggressive. Watch this. You got to make sure you have a sharp knife and your spaghetti squash. We're going to cook these whole, okay? So, you're going to take your spaghetti squash. I'm going to do this. Do it in an area that you don't have to worry about too much. And you're going to make little stabs. Be very careful. You're stabbing your spaghetti squash with a very sharp knife that comes out easy. Okay? This is so the spaghetti squash can let out some steam. You don't have to worry about it exploding. I did that once. I thought I had stabbed it enough in the microwave and it exploded. It wasn't very nice. It kind of made a big mess on in the microwave. So you just give it a few stabs all around. Joe and I are going to eat a spaghetti squash each. So we're hungry.
1, 2, 3, 4. Getting shredded.
Alright! Alright guys, that's it. I stabbed them pretty good. They're going in the oven for an hour. Alright, we're going to cut our large sweet onion and 10 cloves of garlic. I'm going to chop the onion and slice the garlic. Now this is for our sauce, for our spaghetti squash. Peel the outer layer. Okay. Chop, chop. Slicing up some garlic. Ready to get our sauce started. Got my organic extra virgin olive oil. We are going to put a tablespoon of olive oil. Alright, our olive oil is heating up. And it's ready for some garlic. So I already have all my sliced garlic. It's going in the pan, in the hot olive oil. Alright. We're going to let that cook just a little bit. Oh, I love the sound and smell of sizzling garlic. Do you hear it? Yeah. I think that's one of my favorite sounds. Okay. As soon as that gets going a little bit, we're going to turn it down to medium. We're going to add our big onion that we chopped up. You don't want to burn your garlic. Burned garlic tastes bitter. So make sure it's on medium, not on too high. We want to saute these onions and garlic for a little bit until the onions are translucent. Okay? Slightly brown. Translucent and just starting to change color. That's it. Only takes a couple minutes on medium. Okay guys, so if you can see in here, our onions have lost their color. They're getting see-through. They're changing color a little bit. That's when you know they're ready. So we're going to put our whole peeled tomatoes in here. Look how beautiful. Alright. 2 28-ounce cans. Okay. You're going to take a potato masher. Okay, any other masher you have. Or you could use your hands as well. This isn't hot yet, so you can pick up the tomatoes and squeeze them with your hands if you want. This is very, very simple to do. You're going to mash the whole tomatoes. Okay. Alright, we're going to put our 10 fresh basil leaves in. You get fresh basil at any supermarket. You can also buy a cheap basil plant if you want. And always have basil outside for your cooking. Alright, so you just cut them up a little bit. I just break them up a little bit with my hand. That's all. Okay, you're going to let your sauce come to a boil. Okay, once it starts boiling a little bit, you're going to reduce the heat to low, medium low, more on the low side. Okay, and it's going to cook like that for an hour. So our spaghetti squash and our sauce will be done at the same time. Alright. Shredded on fruits. Okay, we're going to make our salad. I'm not going to dress it yet, but we're going to chop everything up and keep it in the fridge while everything else cooks, so that all we have to do when the food is ready is throw some dressing on and we'll be ready to go. So I've got 5 cups of chopped romaine. I've got a whole cucumber right here. And I'm going to slice my cucumber with my mandolin. Watch how easy this is. Alright. Check this out. Woohoo! Cooking is fun. Cooking is easy. It's got a little guard so you don't chop your finger off. It's not small enough to use yet. You can cut your fingers pretty badly on this thing. Very, very sharp. There we go. All the way down. Yeah. Okay. I decided to use my mandolin for the red bell pepper also. Look how nice those slices are. Alright, I got that other onion. I'm not putting the whole thing in the salad. Really just a little bit so it doesn't overpower it. Okay, we're going to cut this really fine. Okay, you don't want huge chunks of it in the salad. It's really skinny slices first. And of course I could do this with the mandolin or a food processor, but it's fine like this. And then teeny little slices the other way. Okay, check that out. Tossing this in the fridge until we're ready to eat, and then I'm going to dress it. Stirring our sauce. It's coming along very nice. We have 22 minutes to go. Okay, ready to get our spaghetti squash out of the oven, like my owl mitts. Alright. Ooh, pretty. Okay. Now you have to be very, very careful you don't burn yourself with steam. Okay. Alright, we're going to slice our spaghetti squash in half. Ooh, it should be nice and easy to cut open now that it's cooked. Everything should be soft inside. You can see that steam coming out. It's super hot. You may have to turn it on its side. Should be very careful. Like a little baby. Okay, there it is. Alright, so if you've ever carved a pumpkin, you know that we do not want to eat those seeds in there. I mean, unless you take them out and roast them and eat them by themselves like pumpkin seeds, but we don't want to eat them raw like that in our dinner, so we're going to scoop them out. Okay, now that I've got all my seeds out of this first half, I'm going to take it over to the same pan that we cooked it in. And all you do is you take a fork right along the side. And you make spaghetti strands. You're going to stand it up just like that. Once you get your strands all together, and they come right out. Isn't that amazing? That's how this vegetable is. That's what it's made of. Beautiful little strands that look like spaghetti. Alright, we got all of our spaghetti squash in our dish here. We're just going to salt our delicious sauce. A little bit of kosher salt. Okay. Just until it tastes the way you want it. So do a teeny bit, taste it. Alright. Don't burn yourself. Ready. Think about the sauce, guys. If you're serving it to your family and you have young children, or if you yourself don't really like big chunks of vegetables, tomatoes, onions, garlic, like we do, we love those chunks. When I was a little girl, my mom used to take half the sauce and put it in the blender so that there weren't so many chunks, and I liked it a lot better like that. Make a really simple salad dressing. I use this dressing all the time. I don't make it separate, I just do it right on the salad. So I'm going to take my extra virgin olive oil that I already have in this misto sprayer. Give it a little spray. Alright. So that would be like a teaspoon of olive oil, not even. And then I'm going to eyeball this. A little balsamic vinegar. I'm going to say to you guys about 2 teaspoons of balsamic. And then a sprinkle of salt. And black pepper. How simple is that dressing? Alright, here it is. Our delicious spaghetti squash dinner with a homemade marinara sauce and a beautiful romaine salad with red bell pepper, cucumbers, and a little sweet onion. Very nice. Excited to eat.